mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling.
Hey guys, how you doing? Stitch here from Lunar Rising, and welcome back to these videos on the Rising Academy GoWiPe strategy. So this is part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, what the hell are you doing in part 2? Go back and watch that and then come back here in a minute. Okay, so we're going to carry on doing the same thing as we did last time. We're going to watch a couple of raids, go back and discuss, and make a couple of comments and things like that. Okay, let's watch this raid. Alright, so Carp's got the 2-star there, and a brutal raid. It just runs out of steam, not quite enough to carry on and get the 3rd star. But a cracking raid nonetheless. So, okay, let's take this one back and try and do a bit of review on this one. Direct route to the town hall. You wouldn't be wrong from thinking this is from a number of different directions. You know, it could be from the bottom here, it could be from the top here, I guess. However, Carp decided that his favourite route is this way, and I'll explain why in a moment. I would have thought the best would be coming in from the bottom, and one of the questions that a number of us asked is why wasn't it? You know, the heroes are lined up, the clan castle is in a good position to draw the troops in, everything looked good. But the reason that he said that this wasn't the best way to go was the fact that there's so many defences and so many buildings in this huge open area that it's very hard to do the key tip number 3, keep the pack together. Because it's so open, you've effectively got troops going in this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction, and you lose a lot of power when that's happening. The best part of this army is when it's working together as a pack, because it goes very, very quickly from one defense to the next, and you're not attracting a lot of firepower. Obviously, if all your troops are here, none of these defenses are doing anything just yet. So you can very quickly go through all of these different defenses without bringing any of this into play. Obviously, if you've got a couple of troops here and a couple of troops here, then these are firing at you, these are firing at you, these are firing at you, so you lose the advantage of the pack. So Carp's favourite with this base design is to come in from this side. And it's a very simple route to the town hall. You know, you've got a wall breaker here, you've got a wall breaker here, and then you've got a wall breaker here, and then you're in the middle. But the advantage of doing it this way is that you can keep the pack together a lot more. You can keep it in a more dense, compact area. So you've got this area, and then once this line's broken, then they can all move forward into here. So this is his preferred method of attack. Now the heroes, again, they're in perfect position. There's no need to lower them. As soon as your troops come in from this direction, both heroes are going to come out to meet you, and again that's going to drag your troops in to meet them. Once they've dealt with those and give them one hell of a headache, so long as the wall breakers have come through and done their job, then the troops can carry on moving forward towards the town hall. which is the goal. So that's fine. We can keep the pack together from coming in this direction, and then it's just down to the spell placement and the timing on those things. So let's go ahead and move this forward. There was nothing blocking that. Very quickly break that wall, and now we can move forward. The defences are all inside there, so the golems are going to walk straight in. Drop the Peckers. Unless these wizards were down quickly, the Peckers could effectively have started to walk round, which is not ideal. So the wizards were down very, very quickly. Get rid of the spell factory. That'll then bring the Peckers back in towards the middle here. And again, he's dropped the wizards at the top to get rid of those buildings, so the Peckers have no option but to move inwards. Without this gone and without this gone, then the Peckers just do their own thing, walk around the buildings, and it's just a bit of a disaster. The raid can fall apart. So the troops are moving in, the heroes are coming out. The troops are now getting pulled towards the heroes. Barb King's already down. These Peckers are drawn in towards the Archer Queen. She's gone now. And everything else is just moving forward along that line. Raging in the centre, freezing in the Infernos, and the Town Hall's down. As is generally the way with Carp's raids, the Town Hall is the first star, and then it's just a case of moving around, getting the 50%, and then seeing if the 3-star is possible. Cracking round. So, on to the second raid. Let's have a look at that one. Okay, this raid's slightly interesting. Carp Diem, searching for a base at 3,800 trophies, comes across Achilles, who just happens to be a member of the Rising family, and not just any member, but Achilles was actually the leader of the Rising Academy's GoWiPe strategy a couple of weeks ago, so a bit ironic that the two leaders of the academies meet each other. Carp didn't know until he was halfway through the raid that this was Achilles' base, but he wouldn't have done it if he'd have known. He would have probably skipped it. There's a lot of trophies. It's a lot to take off someone, especially someone you know up at that range. But he didn't know. He carried on raiding, and as you can see, it's a brutal 2-star. So let's go through and watch this one. Okay, and we'll just wind this on now, and you can see that it gets to the 77%. What can I say? Another brutal raid, 2 stars, fully max base. Let's take this one back and just have a quick review of this one. Direct route to the Town Hall. Karp's decided that this is his direct route. That makes sense. The reason it makes sense is because he only has to deal with one Inferno tower at a time. The clan castle is actually behind the town hall, so when the troops come out, that'll help to draw the pack of troops towards it. So the first thing to do is lure the heroes if required. So no point luring the Archer Queen, she's already here, so she's going to do her job and come towards us. The Barbarian King down here, he wouldn't be triggered until very late, so Karp did drop a Barbarian. I don't know if you can see that there, it just died. So the Barbarian King's been lured, so now wherever we drop a troop, he's going to come over. So he's going to start his journey back down towards us here. Keep the pack together. Now there's very few buildings on the outside here. There's obviously just these 3 buildings if we're coming in from here. So Karp will drop some wall breakers, get through, drop wizards to clear these, and then everything else will just funnel in like this. So let's move this on a little bit. Okay, you need 3 successful wall breakers to get through that corner. You only got 2 there at the moment. Not a problem. There's nowhere else these troops are going to stray once those outside buildings are down. Archer Queen's already over. The King's come over to see them. Even level 40 heroes don't stand a chance against a pack of wild peckers. Okay, now Karp is very clever here. The way that he waits for all of these clan castle troops to make their way out of the clan castle and basically near his troops. At which point he then freezes them, and I don't know if you can see this, but basically the clan castle troops made. Let's just change the colour of this. The clan castle troops made their way out and towards the troops this way, which in turn made all of our troops come round to meet them. Change this colour. So all of the Peckers, the Barbarian King and the Archer Queen and the Wizards are all going to come back round into this area. And then obviously once the clan castle troops have been dealt with, the next place they're going to go is in here. So it all works out very well. And let's move this forward. So the freeze goes down, the lightning goes on the witches, they're taken care of. All of the troops are in this compartment here, and the only place they can go now is into the core, where I believe the raid was still going, but the town hall falls very, very quickly. And now, having the Archer Queen in the core, she can just snipe away at all the key buildings and do some serious damage. So again, the first star was the town hall, and the second star is the 50%. So another great raid. So now we've seen 4 great raids from Karp. In the next part, we're going to see 2 raids from some friends of Karp's that have come over just to demonstrate a couple of the strategy. And then in further videos, we'll look at some other of the co-leaders of the Rising Academy, and then we'll finish up in a last part with some of the members that wanted to try out the strategy in the Academy, so we'll watch those as well. So stay tuned for part 3. Thank you.